Hello, I'm Peter Towers, Managing Director of ESS Small Business. Welcome to the SMEs update for June. Today we're going to look at research and development and the Export Market Development Grant. Research and development tax rebates are only available for a company. If you are undertaking research and development and you're not operating as a company, and if your expenditure exceeds $20,000 per annum on research and development activities, and that expenditure can include labour of directors and employees, as long as the wages, salaries have actually been paid, then I'd suggest you have a discussion with your accountant about incorporating a company so that you can claim the research and development expenditure. There is a registration process, and the process means that you have to register with Oz Industry by the 30th of April in the following year from the year of claim. So for the 2016-17 financial year, you had to register with Oz Industry by the 30th of April, or an earlier date if you're lodging your tax return earlier. You also have to register by the 30th of June 2018 with the Australian Taxation Office if you are wishing to claim any research and development expenditure that has been incurred overseas. It could have been with a researcher or a research organisation. You need to lodge what is known as an advance overseas finding to the Australian Taxation Office for them to decide whether they will approve your overseas expenditure. Companies with turnovers under $20 million can claim the research and development expenditure at 43.5% of that expenditure. If your company is trading at a loss, you are able to claim the research and development component, calculated at 43.5%, as a cash refund, which the Australian Taxation Office will pay into your nominated bank account within 30 days of your company's income tax return being lodged. So if you had a company with a loss of $120,000 for the year and $100,000 of that expenditure had been on research and development activities, then the company could claim $43,500, which would be paid by the ATO directly into the company's bank account. Your carry forward loss would then be reduced to $20,000, $120,000 less the 100, back to $20,000. So I recommend to you that you look very closely at what you're doing, especially if you are undertaking some research and development activities. The next item I want to talk to you about is the Export Market Development Grant. This is another Australian government grant. It's available to any type of entity, whether you trade as a sole trader, partnership, trust or company, and your total income, Australia and worldwide, is under $50 million. You can claim components of your expenditure which has been expended to assist in export market activities. This can cover expenditure such as overseas market visits, calculated at $350 per day, overseas representation, free market samples that you've sent to potential overseas customers, expenses of participating in trade fairs, fees for engagement of marketing consultants in overseas countries, promotional material. A Australian-based business, such as in the hospitality industry, running a hotel or a motel, or in activity-type businesses, whitewater rafting, cruises to the Great Barrier Reef, diving type businesses, can also potentially be eligible to claim the Export Market Development Grant if more than $15,000 has been expended on export market development activities. This would cover expenditure that's been incurred in direct promotions to people to come to Australia to utilise the business's facilities or go on their tours, etc. The maximum grant that can be received for an export market development grant is $150,000. Grant applications have to be lodged with Austrade by the 30th of November 2018. If you have any questions or need assistance on either research and development or export market development grant claims, I'd suggest you talk to your accountant. If your accountant does not undertake that type of work, you could send me an email, peter@essbiztools.com.au, or telephone me on 1-800-232-088, and we will give you an introduction to a accountancy or business advisory firm who are subscribers to our products, who will be able to assist you on either of these items. Thank you for listening today, and I hope that you have a wonderful day. Goodbye.